Well, I'm on the farm here today and got a hay customer just pulled out of here. He just bought a few bales and things are starting to get muddy here. We've had rain and cool, freezing and thawing, and we've had a lot of high winds. And we got a hay wagon, a kicker wagon here that I'm going to show you. That let me back up a little bit here. When I built that barn, I built it, if you ever notice in the videos, the trusses are spaced closer together. The roof has got plywood under the metal. It's tied together real good because for whatever reason on this farm, we get an immense amount of wind up here, and when it comes, it can be destructive. And it comes down these mountains. It funnels down these mountains. That's the west, and it comes in, and it can just be it can be brutal. Well, I got a hay wagon here, a kicker wagon that's the sides needed to be rebuilt. The whole thing really needed to be redone, but what happened is we got some of this heavy wind and kind of a rotten deck, and what we got here is a kicker wagon that's been crushed by the wind. Right there's the sides, and this, that's the side that was here. This side right here, you can see it just blew down. And man, now the lumber on this trailer here, this is not the best lumber, and this was not the best arrangement of tying this thing down to the sides, but this is actually some loblolly pine. But it was one of those deals where we had it, and I felt like, I'll use it, and we used it for quite a number of years, and it's set outside, but it's all rotten now, and some places more than others. It's interesting that some of this loblolly pine, some of these boards are solid as a rock, and other ones you can almost put your hand through. And right there's a place that's boarded up from where we used this thing the last time. And so I got a couple things I got to do here. Obviously, I don't have to take the sides off anymore. This wind knocked the sides and the back. I mean, right here is the back of the wagon, and right over here, that section is the stand that was on the back of it. And so when this thing let go, it took all four sides, even the front of the wagon. There was only a few boards on the front of it, but you can see the tongue right here. It just cleaned this wagon off. It's just amazing how brutal the winds can be on this farm. And how these old buildings, I realize that old barn over there is falling down, but those barns are over 100 years old. I don't think there's a building up here that my great-grandfather built that is anything but sitting on rocks, big rocks. And, my barn over there, the poles go in the ground 4 feet. But yet the stuff my great-grandfather built just sitting on rocks. But it hadn't, it's coming down now, but, it's withstood probably over 125, 130, I don't know how old they are, but of winds, constant winds, and hurricanes and storms and things like that. But I've thought about clearing this fence line out. There's an old fence line here. When we ran cattle, there was a fence right in there, and they kind of hung out over on this side. I've thought about clearing this fence row out, but I tell you, I believe it's a good buffer against this wind that just comes across this field unchecked. So this wagon was sitting on this side of the field with the boards, you know, setting up like that. I wonder if I'd have had it parked where they were like this, would it have survived? It probably would have. If I'd have parked it on the other side over there, I think it would have survived too. But just an example of what the wind can do. And again, this is not a brand new wagon by any means. And so so there it is, a crushed hay wagon. There's a board laying over there in the weeds. Thought you might like to see it. We'll be definitely rebuilding this hay wagon in the coming months. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button, comment, and we'll talk to you later.